Welcome to another edition of Motivational Mornings. I'm your host, Apostle Koletey Sogbodjor, and I believe that you have learned something so far, and I believe you're going to live your life with it. Today, I want to focus on a topic I have themed focus. That's our point of direction, focus. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 25, it says, "Let your eyes look directly and ahead, and let your gaze be fixed straight in front of you." Let your eyes look directly and ahead, and let your gaze be fixed straight in front of you. Now, what is focus? To focus is to pay particular attention to a thing. To focus is to pay particular attention to the thing. So I'm looking into the camera and I'm looking at you, and I'm able to get your attention because I am focused. You see, paying particular attention to a thing. So the Bible says that, I'll read again, Proverbs chapter 4, verse 25. It says, "Let your eyes look directly ahead, and let your gaze be fixed straight in front of you." So your gaze must be fixed straight in front of you. Your eyes must look ahead. A life of focus is a life of light. The Bible says that no one can serve two masters. He will love the other and hate the other. So it's very important that you have focus. In whatever you want to do, you must develop focus. Because when you focus or pay attention to a thing well enough, you begin to have an in-depth understanding of what you are looking at. I repeat, when you begin to pay attention or focus on one particular thing well enough, you will begin to have an understanding. So that understanding that you have about the thing you are focused on helps you to master it. If you understand a thing because you are focused on it, you become a master of it. They say jack of all trades, master of none. If you are not able to focus on a thing for a long time, you will not be able to understand what you are doing, and you will not be able to gain the mastery over the things you are doing. Unfortunately, in this time, a lot of people are interested in things that will not build them. People are interested in things that will not build them. They are interested in how people live their lives, but they don't focus on how they live their lives. They are interested in what people wear, instead of using that time and energy to focus on a skill that you have acquired and pay attention until you understand the details of the skill, and then you can maximize the skill thereof. The problem of this generation I have seen is a lot of young people doing a lot of things at the same time but achieving none. I believe in multitasking. I believe you can do a lot of things at the same time. But if you don't have the focus that is required to master what you have chosen to do, you cannot be able to master any other thing that you put yourself into. Now let's look at one benefit. I'll share several with you, but today I want to share with you one benefit of having focus. Number one, when you have a focus, you become a good and a critical thinker. When you focus on a thing right enough, you become a good and a critical thinker. Critical thinkers are focused on every department of a thing. So for instance, I look at the camera, and if I'm able to, I may be a novice in handling the camera, but if I'm able to focus on all the features of the camera and read the manual and ask questions about how the various features of the camera functions, what happens is that I develop my thinking ability. You see, I become a good thinker and I become a critical thinker. One problem our generation and the world is lacking today, we don't have a lot of thinkers. Unfortunately, when you are told to think in Ghana or in Africa, we think it's an insult. But when somebody asks you to think, he's asking you to utilize your mental faculty, because thinking is a skill. You see, when you think, you are able to understand what you are doing, and then you are able to maximize every opportunity that comes your way. So thinking is a skill that you need to acquire in order to move on. So focus. What are you looking for? When you find it, are you willing to understand it? You can be able to do that when you focus. And when you have focused on a thing long enough, you develop a good and a critical thinking skills. The good and the critical thinking skills makes you a master of all things. Focus to become a good thinker, to become a critical thinker, because that is what you need in this world today. God bless you. I'll come your way again. Bye-bye.